EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, as it's called, CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Hey, Chris Petit! Mike 45. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. 45's the mic.
First down. But I believe a was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here. But you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And not much room there, so he'll get it up only to about the 21. Better ball security, but not much else to show for it. But certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14.
Left, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Tempo,
this time Wilson will throw. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he's into the clear.
Oh, yeah.
And touchdown, Seattle. James Washington. 79 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Dominated, boys, dominated.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
Let's go.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Here we go. Slams. Lucky 50. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Tighten up.
Now the first down for Dalvin Cook. Give him 3 on first down.
Baby.
It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Hey, 382, Liz 50, black.
From the 27, Cousins. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. A big play there for Minnesota. 48 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And down inside the 15 he goes. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows. It's having a tough time. That's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there was another first down run right there.
First down. Now Cook hit and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
This is the Chris Carson. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12.
That's what I'm talking
Jeff
about.
Gladney able to come up and make the tackle.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Watch the pass. Mike's 22.
Let's go double count right here, double count.
Let's see what you got.
On 2nd and 6. Wilson. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Let's go.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Blue 15. 14.
Check 37. Check 37.
Carson.
Check three.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Hey. All go special.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that. Why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Get ready. Keep grinding.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Watch the edge.
36 power.
Check three.
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Front left. Go 14.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
They go play action with Wilson. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Three down. Mark 55.
Hey, alert!
Here we go.
Now he's going to use his legs. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Mike, 15. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
18.
Jam him.
Good touch.
From the red zone now. Here's Wilson on first down. Wilson hits it loose. It's out, fumble. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Hey, 0.
Second and long. Wilson, this is caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. From 21 yards away. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
As a general rule, quarterbacks before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
Yellow.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is. When you've got that part of the field and to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Hey, watch edge.
Hey, steamer.
To throw.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone,
He
defense.
rifles
Let's go.
one. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. There he goes.
Always a
outside.
pleasure.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone. He got there in a hurry.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
Good job, baby. Way to hold on to it now.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this carries into the end zone.
Come on, baby. You big. You're not. Baby. And you're not.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hypocritical. Themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Stop talking now, Lord.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Good route here. We gotta get to the ball.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Quaker Omaha. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Hey, we're good. We're good. Watch the shift. Gun. Move. Move.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5,
check.
1st and 15.
Watch 54. Bound to lose one. Watch that. 2. Check your hot read. Check nickel. He's coming.
Penalty. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Yeah, baby.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Right there.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
They're not ready for this, man. Leave it. Ring up 48. Playing soccer.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins.
36.
Into heavy traffic, that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive. And my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area. So no grounding call.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go, D. Alert. It's just me and you.
Play action. Now Wilson. He's going to launch, and that's caught inside the 30.
Uh-oh.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. James Washington with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game.
He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6.
Man, they ain't got a chance, cuz. They ain't got a chance.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
Come on, guys, let's go. You ain't nothing.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins.
This is my mode, baby.
Diggs. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
That's what I'm talking about.
That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. Let's get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Check, check.
After the pick 6, Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them.
Here's the run with Cook. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there out of Cook. 44 yards. And you hear it all the time, but that's one of the dangers of the blitz. You get past that first wave, nobody else is there.
And when teams blitz, what they're trying to do is lose your time. But when you hold it together, you can really hurt them the other way, getting past that first wave.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Mike, check, watch 54, watch 54. Hey, watch the ball.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Quincy Enunwa there to make the grab. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
This game is over, but to be able to stay in it, put together a drive, score a touchdown, that's got to be a positive for them.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are just putting the best together drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum.
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is
they're just looking at that total. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. I know.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive unit, because if they get a
rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack.
It's going to be a
3rd and long here.
Day. It's going to be a long day.
55 is mine, guys. 55.
It's Wilson. Flushed out right. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
Well, not good at all. A punt of just 24 yards there. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. He's done their part, got him the football back.
It shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Go, go, go. Whip, 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 whip.
Hey, steamer, steamer.
Check 9, check 9. 49, check
First, first. Here we go.
On the carry, it's Cook.
He's coming, double up.
Oh, he's got a little
25, check
daylight.
25, check
They're
25.
going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
300.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Mike Boone, 44 yards. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just no one there to stop him.
And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go now. Wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
Blue 80. 95, 95.
55.
Gun.
All day. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Record.
This time he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. This one into the hands of and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Well, that's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Daniil Hunter, his second sack of the night. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Wilson. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check four. Hey guys, listen.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Harris. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Twist. Yellow. He's checking. Crash. Safe. Bang. Hey, can. Bang.
First down throw for Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
Hey, me and you all day. Lucky 50. I'm coming after you. Kill. Turn it up. Hey, flipper. Turn it up.
Out. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for two.
Let's put him on.
Run it here. No. And he is into the end zone, so they get two more on the board here just before halftime.
Let's go.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Shut him down. Let's do this.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time for a final kneel down. Head to the locker room.
Yeah, or they can even they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Oh, they can't stop it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
You better be afraid of me. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No.
Hey, 382, Liz, 50. Gun.
50. Silver.
300.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Play action now. Cousins eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Through.
We own them. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Watch the backer.
Gun.
Check 50.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. They nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run it down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front
defense.
side guys,
Liz,
good.
50.
Backside guys,
Man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way,
Check.
worked out quite well, didn't it?
Wait,
Nice sizable.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. And some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one 28 yards on the ground.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they control the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, it's man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Oh, we're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for. As now they'll try to convert on 3rd.
Get that quarterback D-line. Get that quarterback D-line.
Wait, son.
Hey, alert 3.
Through.
Wide. Get wide.
Gun.
I got him, man. I got him. He's mine.
Throwing his Cousins. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Watch twist.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Good work, boys. Let's
It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky play. They'll run with Cook. Maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Yellow.
On 2nd and goal, Cousins. And it'll be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Here we go. Hey.
12.
They'll start out on the ground. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12.
Here comes the
Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second
Here we
and
go,
6.
let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's go.
And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Flag 90. Good job right there.
45. Bandit. Bandit. 45, 45, 45 is Mike. 45.
They go play action now. Wilson. And it's brought in by Washington. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. His huge night, it just continues as he's now north of 200 yards receiving. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check pass, check pass.
45's the Mike.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Wilson forced out to his left. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go.
Exit.
Tuck it and get all you can.
Like 22, he's coming, 22. He'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 at enemy territory.
Let's go.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. This is crazy. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Right here.
Mike 5-5.
Flushed it. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
You ain't doing nothing. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
Under crunch.
Zebra.
Under crunch.
Play action. It's Wilson.
Yeah.
Being chased out left. He'll run it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield.
Like 22,
and they
he's coming.
Come on, QB, come on.
With much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
12.
45's the Mike. 45's the Mike. 3 buzz.
Check. Alert.
Joker.
12.
Off the play fake. Wilson. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Waiting for the gun. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. Third and goal.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
Hey, check 545. Quarterback, don't get no. We ain't beginning to turn
Is
you up.
in for the Seattle
Don't get
touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. That play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver is at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the score. And the pass complete to Anunwa. That would be good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my give you a big play now.
Watch safety
A
creep.
sense
Watch
of
safety creeping.
urgency.
No doubt.
Safety's
2
creeping.
yards, good enough for a first. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
2. 26, check 26.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Mike 54. Here we go. Yo. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch.
Gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly
24
and
is the
knocked it
mic.
free.
Check the outs. 24 is the mic. What we got? 24 is the mic.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Black. Gun.
The mic.
Yo.
Cousins. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Darrell Adams. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game. Probably including myself. Baseball, manager mound already and ask for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
Ball at the 8 here for second and a yard, maybe a touch less.
45, 45, 45 is Mike, 45. I'm coming up.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit.
Double dog, that's the way.
Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them. This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right?
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf taking it in. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Oh, yeah, good job, fellas, good job.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they knew this would be tough. On the road, that has certainly been the case with the games that they face in this fourth quarter. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Get 'em, boys.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Gun. Watch Sam. Check Mike, 54. Hey, steamer. 54.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Brooks in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset.
Good route
They
here.
face a 3rd down now as they try to find a way. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And a penalty, that helps a little, but they'll still have to navigate a 3rd and 9.
Get off the field, D. Check. Lucky.
Gun. Hey, we're good. All right, that was
He don't know no better.
And he finds his target. It's sharp. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Let's go.
They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers.
Watch the slant.
Right
Watch
now,
the
the only
slant.
one really
Watch the
applauding
slant.
as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Cousins able to find Jefferson here, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. Kill. Last completion. When you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Mike's
The hot. 180. Two.
Let's go.
Leave it. Ring up 48.
Slam.
Wait, done.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
The hot. 180.
Switch it.
Hey, can.
Let's go, boys.
And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better.